Welcome to Winning with Trump. I first would like to say I love my country, I love the President of the United States, I love our military, I love our police officers, and I love all you awesome patriots out there. Okay, I want to start off with what the Gateway Pundit calls a shocking report, and it is shocking. I touched on this on one of my videos. The CDC said that only 9,200 people out of all these deaths died solely of CV. 9,200. Wow. Is that crazy or what? Now we have proof that this is the greatest hoax of all time. Wow. 9,200 people out of, 165,000 people? The rest of them had underlying illnesses. But you know what? The CDC is the deep state CDC. They lie and they cannot be trusted. Period. But we all knew that from the beginning, right? But now that they've done what they wanted to do with this pandemic, now they're going to tell the truth? Wow. And they published this. This is on their website. You can go on there and check it out for yourself. You know, they couldn't stop President Trump any other way, but they still haven't stopped him. And they're still not going to stop him because of all of us. And we all support him and love him and are going to re-elect him by a landslide November 3rd. But, you know, what they've done is already starting to backfire on them. You know, all these riots and all that, none of it's working. None of it's working. Not like they hoped that it would. They were trying to take this pandemic through the election. But, you know, that's not happening either. You know. So, let's get this straight. Based on the recommendations of Dr. F and Dr. B, we shut down the U.S. economy. Shut down the entire economy based on 9,000 deaths. That is solely, China is entirely responsible for this. This is the China virus. And we shut down our economy because of that. Wow. You know, total manipulation. Total manipulation. And those deaths, the other deaths were probably from malpractice, because frontline doctors, if they were really real frontline doctors, like Stella Emanuel and Dr. Gold, those doctors that YouTube and Twitter are trying to, they've taken them down several times, and they're trying to ban them. But those are the doctors that are telling the truth. Those doctors have lost their license because of it. But had these doctors been real frontline doctors, they would have treated these patients for their underlying illnesses as if it was the flu, like the seasonal flu. You know, people with underlying illnesses get the flu every year and they're treated and not all of them die. But you know, we had fake and false numbers from the beginning, like the generic COVID categories, which never even existed. You know, never existed. So we have evidence now that the WHO, Dr. F, and Dr. B were wrong, and they lied to us. Again, only 6% of the deaths were because of CV. 6% did not have underlying issues. And the majority of them were in their 80s and 90s, and the majority of them were in nursing homes, where these governors committed murder, in my opinion, by putting these elderly people in nursing homes and long-term care facilities where the COVID was, so they could get affected, and they passed away, you know. But finally, the CDC is telling the truth after all this devastation. And every American should be so angry. I know that I am. You know, and the CDC posted, you know, that their numbers would be different. You know, why are their numbers different from the media? Because the mainstream media lies to us. And even if CDC had posted the numbers, they wouldn't go there. They don't get their narrative there. They get their narrative at 4 o'clock in the morning from Soros. They all say the same thing. They're all run by the left-wing Looney Tunes. You know, every single one of them are run by that. You know, but this also debunks their case about masks and all that. You know, we need to have a total United States unmasking. Well, they know what that word means, to unmask somebody. Poor General Flynn, you know, and all of these stats come from China University. So, and they're saying that this virus does not symptomatically spread like they said it would. In other words, we do not need masks. You know, just another major lie. Just another major lie, but that throws a bomb on their mask wearing issues, you know, totally. Okay, on another note, a man was shot and killed yesterday in Portland. He was a Trump supporter. Antifa and Black Lives Matter had discovered that he was a Trump supporter, and in the video you can hear, before this guy gets shot, them saying, we've got a Trumper right here, we've got a Trumper right here. And then you see them shoot this guy dead in the street. His name is Jay Bishop, is the guy, the patriot that they murdered. You know, Black Lives Matter and Antifa said, you know, here, we've got a Trumper here, here, we've got one here. You know, they're just out there willy-nilly shooting. And, wow. You know, and the left wants to talk about gun control. Really? They're nuts, you know. But we also know that the Portland mayor declined any help from President Trump, but now he's saying that it's all President Trump's fault. Imagine that. You know, he denied help, but he's saying that it's President Trump's fault. That's what they always do. It's always President Trump's fault. You know, and now the left-wing demon rats, in all their cities that are out of control are saying that it's Trump's fault too. You know, none of these cities are run by Republicans. They're all run by demon rats, and none of them won't help. None of them will agree for President Trump to bring in extra help to help them. You know, they just want to blame it on Trump. So they're helping people murder and riot and all that, as far as I'm concerned, because they're not asking for help. You know, so let's get this straight. If you're a Trump supporter, you can be shot and killed in the street. You know what? I don't agree with that. No, that's not how it's going to go. These people just think it is. But also, Jay Bishop's family has set up a GoFundMe account. I'm sure for his funeral cost. You know. And the demon rat, the criminal that killed Jay Bishop's name is Michael Renahi or something, I don't know. He's a criminal and his name doesn't really need to be said, but they have not caught him yet. But on the video it shows very distinct clothing. He has on black and he has on white socks with sandals. So, and it's clearly on the tape. You know, it's unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. You know, it's not right. And this has to be stopped. And I'm sure come, you know, November 4th, it'll all be over, hopefully. You know, but like I said, they all blamed it on President Trump. They're saying that he's fanning the flames of violence and all that, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And O'Biden came out today and was saying that Trump's incitement led to the death of Jay Bishop, which is totally asinine. How stupid. You know, they think they can say something and we'll believe it, but we're not stupid. They think we're stupid, but we're not. And Shifty Schiff said that Trump is willfully fanning the flames of violence. But you know what? Shifty Schiff is a liar. And Amy Klobuchar, condemns the harassment of the RNC attendees, but blames it on President Trump. Imagine that. And Antifa and Black Lives Matter, this is what they're saying. We're about to go get that MFer. It's time for a revolution. You know, they threatened to remove President Trump from the White House. But it sounds like they're very confused. I guess he forgot about all the millions and millions and millions of patriots he's going to have to go through first to get to President Trump. What a joke. Black Lives Matter and Antifa, if they weren't doing so much damage, they'd be a joke. You know, the 1st of August, one Antifa, Black Lives Matter demon said at a rally for Jacob, if you kill one of ours, it's time for us to kill one of yours. And remember, Jacob was a horrible criminal. You know, and you know, is Antifa and Black Lives Matter ISIS 2.0? Because they're acting like them and they look like them. They're all dressed in black and they're all demon rats. They're awful. You know, they look like them. On another note, in D.C. this weekend, a writer said, I'm ready to put these police in the effing grave. Another Antifa march through Oakland, chanting death to America. These are not Americans. They're terrorists, and we need to treat them as such. In LA, shots were fired at a Trump caravan. In St. Louis and Chicago, officers were wounded. One of the officers in St. Louis was shot in the head and has now passed away. You know, LeBron James meets with Barry. He meets with Obama to discuss, you know, they're going to boycott the games if they don't, promote leftist policies and civic engagement. Well, bye. Y'all are not Americans. Y'all are for China anyway. We all know that. You know, but the NBA agreed to establish a social justice coalition, make arenas into voting places, and have ads during the games to promote civic engagement. So now you can be lectured about Black Lives Matter and Antifa during a basketball game. This world is getting crazy and crazy and crazier. But on that note, if you like this video, please like and share and subscribe. YouTube is erasing my subscribers and my likes. Thank you so much for watching. God bless this country. God bless the President of the United States. And God bless all of y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye.